Steve McQueen, I mean, he was the man. He was, you know, him and Bruce Brown, you know, made On Any Sunday, and it made racing kind of take off and made it cool. So, you know, we kind of owe a lot to him and Bruce, and that's it's a little tribute helmet to Steve.
Yeah.
You know, it's kind of cool, Troy, every year that we do the Troy Lee Happy Hour practice session out at A Day in the Dirt on Friday, and that benefits the Steve McQueen Memorial Fund that supports Home for Troubled Kids and stuff. And that was kind of close to Steve's heart, because that's where he spent a lot of his youth, at this home. And it's kind of special for us because, you know, Steve was the man.
Yep. You know, the coolest thing I thought too is about Steve, why I admire him so much, is that you know, he was a cool actor for sure, but to get out there and race on the weekends, and you know, my dad used to go out and desert race and race speedway and road race and all that, and when I'd see Steve McQueen at an event, like Elsinore's the one where I remember seeing him, it's like, wow, man, he's a movie star and a racer. That's just really, really cool, man. He's all about getting it done. You know, there's a lot of movie stars out there that are, you know, always worried about getting hurt. Steve was out, you know, he was out there having fun and racing and hanging it out and getting hurt and still going back and doing it again, you know, as soon as he healed up, you know. Right, yeah. And racing the cars at Le Mans. And the other thing cool is a story that I stopped up at Bruce's house, man, is that Steve McQueen funded Any Sunday also. Yeah, right. So he was an actor, a racer, and funded the movie Le Mans, I believe, and Any Sunday.
In '99, you know, came to Troy and talked about how we could make the event cooler and stuff like that, and we started also painting helmets. Every year there'd be a new one, and gosh, everyone wanted them then after the first one, so there becomes quite the item to have.
This is '99, the first year that we did the helmets, did a film strip on it, and kind of the victory wreath, the trophy on the back, some little wings. We did 6 or 7, maybe 10 of them at the most, just for the key people, McGrath and Ward. And if you got one of these special helmets, man, it was like, oh, you're the shit, you know.
Yeah.
So
it was like a trophy before you even raced.
Yep.
So that's what made it kind of neat. And then this one was our next one, our second one, and
nobody died in this one.
Yeah.
But the skull looked kind of cool.
Came close. Yeah, this one was the year that we made a film. We made a documentary on A Day in the Dirt, and it was also the year of the World Trade Center, and there's some little tribute to that on there.
Yep.
But this one was really the most sought after, because McGrath wore it at A Day in the Dirt, and it was just one of those ones that everyone had to have. So we had orders after the race. People wanted to just get them painted up and put them on the shelves. This is the year after that. You know, Troy's.
I crash a lot.
Yeah. So it's all cool.
It's got all the different. This is the 5th year we were doing. It's got all. We put the the vintage GP, the stunt team race. We got a bunch of cool races out there. The Coup de Gras, the Death Race, the Ironman, the Moto a Go-Go, the Film Industry Race, and just all the cool events that we have.
War right there.
Yeah.
Look at that.
It's got a rough weekend on it.
Exactly.
More than a weekend, but. And I think really this is when we finally decided, you know what, let's make a replica Day in the Dirt helmet. You know, they got where everybody wanted them, and went, you know what, let's try to put one of these in production. So is this the year that we?
I think this is the year that we started doing that right here.
And that's what that was hand painted.
Yeah.
And then here's what. And then production came in the spring, so we painted probably, like I said, 6 or 7 of these things again for just the top athletes and the movie people. This has evolved into production that came out in the spring, and I think we brought like 750 of these things out, and got there sold before they got here, so it's really cool.
This was more the tribute to Steve McQueen, that one right there.
One of our favorite movies here, Magnificent Seven, right? Yeah, so, and then we got his eyes in the back of it. This is when he's, I think he's racing in Le Mans, but just got his eyes, a silhouette of his eyes there. And this one's hand painted here, and then we do have production of this too.
I think this is the follow-up to that.
Yep.
And kind of did like a bunch of artwork in it from past years that we did, and
from the posters and all that kind of stuff, and the tickets.
And we thought we'd bring in the checkers and stuff. Kind of bringing that from like the old desert racers and stuff like that used to make that. I mean, that was the cool thing to wear.
This year, is the first year I think that we really made kind of gear Pacific and a helmet. Really,
Yeah.
We made some special jerseys or something, but we had a pant jersey. This is the year we ran it at. We ran it at Day in the Dirt. We had a whole polka dot set of gear and a whole checkered set of gear. It was the year also that Jeff Ward won X Games with the polka dot gear, which was really
That's
cool.
Right. That was cool.
And we made a helmet that kind of worked with it both. It also had John Rice on here, which is just a legend that me and Kenny really looked up to, man. The photo of him is just badass there, man. He looks like Batman on a motorcycle, man. And then just
Yep. This was their theme.
Yep. And once it gets into your blood, it stays with you forever. Good time. Just a bunch of little fun slogans that we kind of always pull together and the thoughts that go through our head. And this is when we released, I think a year before we released our SE2. This is our all-new helmet with all titanium vents, titanium buckles, state-of-the-art.
And that brings us to this year. You've been working on some.
Yeah, and this is this year's helmet. It's going to be 3 different colorways. Kind of the old retro red, white, and blue, almost kind of Evel Knievel look a little bit here. And this one's getting ready to get done for Wardy here. It's getting not quite finished on the outline. And then Jay's laying out 3X on the side of it for Jeff Ward. So this is the first one of the first batch to get done. And there's also a yellow version of this and a black and white version. And then it's got a little tribute on the back, Happy Hour of Steve McQueen.
It kind of goes with and you got 3 sets of gear coming out with the helmets also this year.
Yep.
So it's turned into something because everyone. I mean, at first it was just for a few, and now everyone was really wanting it bad and wanting to collect it. Hopefully, these things will live forever in garages, in homes. You know what I'm saying?
Maybe even go to a museum someday.
Exactly. Exactly.
And then this is one we just kind of did. It's got the McQueen on the back, but we're feeling really fortunate, man. We're getting to release a Steve McQueen line possibly next year here. So we're storyboarding some old jackets and some old riding stuff, and I just want to keep the Steve McQueen name and legend alive. For the younger generation, there's a lot of people that don't know who he is. And I think the young kids should know
That's right.
what the guy's all about, man, because he's brought a lot to all of us, all of our lives.
Right.